This event, it's actually the culmination of research into the history of rugby league here in the North East, from South Shields playing in the Northern Union in the early 1900s to Newcastle in the 1930s through to the modern Thunder era. The Newcastle Rugby Foundation and the Thunder community have been fantastically supported by the National Lottery Heritage Fund to support this project.
The heritage is an opportunity for us to start and really take things forward as well, and we talk about legacies and World Cups and stuff, but it's important for me as a chairman to look at how we go forward, how we re-engage, how we address, how we absorb, and how we take things into the future. Rugby League in the North East has been a slog at times for those who have been involved, but the opportunity for us tonight is to enjoy a game, enjoy a meal, enjoy your hospitality, and we'll be in contact to continue the engagement and legacy with you as players, coaches, fans, supporters, whatever you want to be with the club. Really enjoy the night. Thanks very much, and I hope it goes well for you.
But tonight is about an inaugural Hall of Fame. So as part of the project, we've researched every player who's played in the professional game in the North East. Okay, back to South Shields, through Newcastle today. So we have 3 separate lists of heritage numbers. We're going to concentrate on Thunder for tonight.
We've got Andrew Henderson, Tabula Kakakaka, Graham Stevenson, Kieran Gill, David Cash, Craig Boot, Andrew Field, Scott Dyson, Matty Roberts, Seamus McCallion, Richie Metcalf and Sam Luckley.
When I did move up with my young family at the time, I must admit I really enjoyed my time here. Fantastic area to live in. I mean, you've got beaches on the coast there, South Shields. You've got some great countryside, and it's a fantastic city. You know, both Gateshead and Newcastle. So I thoroughly enjoyed the time that was here. Very short-lived, unfortunately. The big club did go under, but like I said, I certainly believed in what the club was trying to achieve and trying to build, and very similar to what this club is trying to do today.
It's one of the best places to be. I think it's going to be the next Super League club.
Coming up here, the facilities, the people. I thought the people, the fans, it was a place to be.
Going forward, I think North East, this area could be especially linked in with the Falcon. I think they should go further than that. So it's a good place to be.
I think stuff like this, in the grand scheme of things, it's only a little piece, but it does so much more for the club. It creates a culture, and you get to meet all your friends again, and it does so much more for the game. And I think this is something that has been missed in this club. So it's a great thing that he's doing, and
It's important for the boys that stand on this stage now, who put the foundations for kids coming through and players coming through, to be recognised, and that's what makes me feel proud.
But on to the recipient of what is the Roll of Honour Outstanding Contribution. You've probably heard his name more than any tonight. You've heard him speak tonight. He's the one person that connects more people in this room than anybody else. He's done everything for this club. Again, we talk about people that have actually put money in, worked long hours, taken out personal loans and overdrafts to keep the club going, through some pretty, long seasons. But not just that, also had the foresight when the club was engaged to, recognise a potential different avenue, and got in touch with Seymour, the current owner, another guy that puts so much into rugby league and union in the region. But got in touch and actually brought the club over to Newcastle. He's back now as chairman. I'm really privileged to not just know him but call him a good mate as well. I'd like to be upstanding and recognise the Roll of Honour Outstanding Contribution to Keith Christie.
Right, we're going on to a massive part of this evening. It really is, because it's the first ever, the inaugural Hall of Fame event, this. And the first inductee is going to be announced right now. I'll tell you a little bit about this person. He was a Newcastle Eagles junior and a product of the Gateshead Mets Academy. He made 218 appearances in 11 years at the club, and he scored 68 tries and a total of 272 points. He actually scored a length of field try on his final game against Whitehaven in April 2012 after debuting at Oldham in 2002. He was also an England Universities and Great Britain Student International. The first inductee into the Newcastle Thunder Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Robin Pears. No, he's not yet. Unfortunately, Robin can't be here tonight. He's over in America, but I believe we've got his dad Barry, who's going to come up and collect this on his behalf.
It's been a long time now since I was running down the sideline with the ball in my hand, since I was a mean rugby player, since I was a Thunder man. But yeah, my 13 years with the Thunder was a big part of my life, and I stand here today very proud to be part of the first ever Thunder Hall of Fame class. Right, we'll move on to inductee number 2 for the Newcastle Thunder Hall of Fame. I mentioned him briefly. He started Newcastle Eagles as a junior and made his debut at Hull KR in 2001. He went on to play 9 seasons for the club, making 203 appearances, scoring 74 tries and 27 goals for a huge haul of 350 points for the club. And his last game was back in 2010 before he took over as head coach in 2011. Ladies and gents, many congratulations to the second inaugural member of the Hall of Fame, Kevin Neighbour.
I'd just like to say thank you. It's such a great honour to be put into the Hall of Fame as one of the first inductees. It's something I never imagined as an 8-year-old kid, running around for Wallsend Eagles, being coached by Simon Wilkinson, Ken Thorman, Charlie Wainwright, hanging out with the Thormans, the Rutherfords, the Bradleys, the Mitchells, the Finleys, the Coulsons, all those kids who grew up to become, athletes in their own right and have done amazing things, whatever industry they've been into. To this honour today, it's a bit shocking, really, quite humbling as well.
I believe his grandma is here today, Maureen Marshall. Is that Maureen down there as well? I tell you what, there was no way you were not getting on that stage there, were there?
We're proud to be here.
And rightly so as well. We're proud to have you here as well. What a moment.
After 30 years following.
30 years following him as well. What an unbelievable moment. I can see how proud you are as well. So the third member of the Hall of Fame. He signed from Castleford in 2007. He went on to play 178 games for Gateshead, Newcastle Thunder, over 10 seasons. He made his debut at Oldham and his final game at home beating North Wales Crusaders. He scored 45 tries for the club and he also coached the club for 2 seasons. Will you please welcome Jason Payne. When you look back on your career, what you'd probably say is your fondest memory of your time playing up here?
Oh, I mean, I was captain for a lot of years up here, and leading the boys week to week. We lost so many games, but we just kept rocking up every week. Everyone was like, "What are you doing? Like, what is the point? Like, call it a day. Like why are you even trying to just create a rugby league team up there? It's pointless." It's what we got every single day, but we just saw something, didn't we, mate? And we all thought it was going to be worth it. We all thought one day it'd come good, and we're right.
You certainly were. Do you know you played such a massive part in the history of this club, and in years to come you can look back and be very, very proud. Your final inductee into the Newcastle Thunder Hall of Fame. This gentleman, he played 158 games for the club over 7 seasons. His debut was back in February 2001 away to Dewsbury Rams, and his last game was away at Hunslet Hawks in September 2007. Will you please give a very warm welcome to Stephen Bradley.
I don't think people quite understand how tough it was. I mean, in pre-season we couldn't afford to train anywhere with floodlights, so we're training at the side of the road, using sort of street lights to try and get on. So I think where the club is now is a fantastic place. It's a Super League club, just not in Super League, but it wouldn't have got there without the hard work and sort of dedication of so many people.
And it wouldn't have got there if it were not for people like yourselves and that. So, hey, what a fantastic moment. Thanks, you really enjoyed talking to you as well. Our final inductee to the Newcastle Thunder Hall of Fame. Big thank you to Stephen Bradley.